Good morning, friends. Now let us start to discuss the remaining part of the poem, Those Winter Sundays. This poem is written by Robert Hayden, and as we have seen it earlier, that this poet, who is a adopted child by the neighbor's family, and you will find that a kind of complication is there in his childhood, and he loses the love of his parents in the very childhood, because whatever the intimacy, whatever the affection, whatever the love is needed by the child should be received by him in his childhood, because when he grows up, at that time there is not enough need of that care which is required in the childhood. So in this particular first part of the poem's discussion, we have seen that how the childhood of the poet uh, is completed, and what kind of impact is there of his personality on the creation, on the creative writing he has done in his life. Now let us turn on to the first stanza of this poem. Sundays too my father got up early and put his clothes on the blue black cold, then with the cracked hands that ached from labor in the weekday weather made banked fires blaze. No one ever thanked him. As we have seen this particular stanza and its discussion in the last lecture, now I'm not going to discuss the other elements or the main issues which the poet has discussed in this particular part. We have already done it in the last lecture. Before going to the second stanza of this particular poem, I would like to show you one YouTube video for the sake of your understanding, because this will give you a kind of idea that how or what kind of winters are there happening in the England. Let us see that video, Those Winter Sundays by Robert Hayden, and this is a particular kind of part or the video which will give you what kind of atmosphere was there in England, and in that particular blue black winter, the speaker, the child, is talking about his father. Let us see the atmosphere of England, and you will understand better this particular poem. See the atmosphere. Friends, after watching this video, you might have come to know that how the poet has expressed his feelings towards his father. And let us turn on to the second stanza which we have to discuss in this particular lecture. Before that, I would like to focus on the relationship between a father and the son. Sometimes there is a kind of misunderstanding between the father and the son, and therefore they are unable to communicate with each other in a proper way. And therefore, in this particular poem, the boy who is who is observing his father from the perspective of a son, and when he grows up, at that time he comes to know that what his father was completing or shouldering the responsibilities very carefully and very properly. He understood that at a particular time. And here in the second stanza, what he says, let us see that. I would wake and hear the cold splintering breaking. When the rooms were warm, he would call. It means that the father is not making any kind of hurry to wake the son out of his bed, because he knows that there is blue, black cold outside the home, outside the house. The ice is falling, as you have seen in the video, that in the winter days in England, you will notice that the ice is heavily falling and no one is coming out of the house and nobody is able to adjust with the atmosphere which is outside the house, and everyone has to remain at his home, keeping himself safe from the winter days, from the very sharp cold. And the father is lighting the fire in the house. He is just blazing the fire in the house. He wanted to take care of his son because he knows that the cold can affect him very harshly, and for that matter he takes care of his son. I would wake and hear the cold splintering breaking. When the rooms were warm he would call, and slowly I would rise and dress. It means that son is well aware of this fact that he gets up after his father's call, and he rises and dresses up after the information, after the instruction of his father. But he is not liking that, because on the Sunday he wanted to take more sleep, but his father is asking him to get up from the bed. At that time, there is a kind of clash between the father and the son. In the next line, the feeling is reflected by the son. Fearing the chronic angers of that house. You will find that number of times the father and the son is having some kind of points on which they clash, on which they fight with each other, because the son is thinking in a different way and the father is having different perspective in his mind towards his son, and that is why there is a kind of conflict, there is a kind of struggle between these two elements. For that matter, here the poet talks that the anger is coming in the mind of the son towards his father because father is asking him to get up from the bed. This scene happens in every family. And you will also find that the responsibility, the duty, the care the father is doing for his son can be understood in this particular stanza. And you will find that whatever the father is doing, it is only out of care and concern for the son. That is the only thing he was doing these things. Speaking indifferently to him. The son is talking with his father indifferently, without any kind of intimacy, without any kind of bond of love. The son is talking with his father. It means that he is angry with his father. He is not happy with his father because the way of father is different one, and he is not happy with him. Who had driven out the cold? See, he comes to know that when he grows up, he comes to know that his father is the only element in the home who has driven out the cold. But this thing he comes to know after a long time. And for that matter, he tells here that he is the only person who has driven out the cold, because cold is very severe, it is blue and black. In the terms of the poet Robert Hayden, we can explain it that it is blue and black, and for that matter, we have to understand that father takes every care of his son, that he should be safe and sound, he should be healthy in the family. And polished my good shoes as well. Means, though it is not a school day, however, the father polishes his shoes on that day also. If the Sunday is the holiday for him also, means for the father also, he has to take rest in his bed also. But he is not doing so. He is taking much and more care of his son, because he know that though it is a Sunday, he has to do certain responsibilities and duties towards his son, and he is sincerely following those things for his son. But the son is not happy whatever the father is doing for him, and therefore this particular poem talks about the father son relationship. In the last part of the stanza, it is said that, what did I know of love's austere and lonely offices? Here, the son confesses very boldly and very plainly that I am ignorant about the love's austere and lonely offices. It means that love is sometimes austere. Love is austere. Austere means strict. Austere means hard. So, the father's love towards his son is sometimes hard. It becomes strict. Why? Because the he wanted the betterment of his son. He wanted the upliftment of his son in his academic as well as from the perspective of career. And here the love is austere. The son is saying that whatever the father is doing for him, that is a kind of strictness, that is a kind of austere thing for him. However, this love he is unable to understand at that particular moment, but when he grows up, at that time he comes to know that whatever father was doing, it was in the benefit of the son only, and he is now feeling a loneliness. You will find that after the loving person's departure from the life, when he passes away, when he goes away from yourself, at that time we come to know that what kind of love he was imparting to yourself. Here the son also feels the same thing, that father was just showering the love on him, but he is unable to understand the father's love, and because of that there is a kind of indifferentness in between the communication and conversation of that particular son and father. And for that matter, in this particular poem, Those Winter Sundays, you will notice that the son is making a kind of confession that his father has done some kind of strict things, but those are in the benefit of the son only. So with these words, I would like to conclude my today's session. Thank you so much.